going? Welcome to the Deadman Horror Show. I'm your host, Mr. Deadman. Now, you've heard of black widows. You heard of the praying mantis. And you know what these creatures do after they mate with a man, with a male, right? Take off the head. They kill him. We're talking about real-life black widows. We're talking about the human version of black widows, the human version of praying mantis. We're talking about deadly women. Deadly women that when men get involved with, they die. They die in some gruesome ways. Now, my question for you is, which one of these ladies is the most gruesome, is the deadliest? And you saw the names in the thumbnail. You might already have an idea. You might already have an expectation. You might already have made up your mind. I understand that. Schabusiness is hard to compete with if you know who she is. But we'll get into her. But that's not the only question. The other question is, how do they rank? Okay, how would you rank these women? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're watching right now, in the chat too. All right, first, let's get into this. The first lady here that we got to talk about is Brenda Barattini, 26. I have to pull her up right now. She's not bad on the eyes. She's not bad on the eyes. And maybe things would have went well for her man. Okay, maybe things would have went well and swimmingly. But he did something she didn't like. And the ladies might actually be on her side on this one. You see, it's something of a gathering of friends, his friends really. The guys came over, having some beers, having a good time, talking crap like they usually do, right? Well, he decides it's a good time to introduce to his friends his sex tape, his homemade sex tape with his girlfriend, with Brenda. Now, Brenda looks pretty nice. She doesn't look bad. I mean, I'm sure if she wanted to go into that line of work, she would have many, many offers. Okay. But I guess she was a little shy about it, and I guess she didn't appreciate that she was exposed in that sort of way. Some people would say that's a crime. I mean, in some places it is a crime to release a sex tape against without your partner's permission there, right? Revenge porn and all that. But they were still together. And this happened in the house. She just did not like it. And he probably could have turned it off then. I don't know if he did. I don't know what happened. Those little details. But she didn't like it. Okay. So what does she decide to do? Does she decide to leave him? Does she decide to slice up the tires and make a scene and destroy property? Does she do, what does she do? Does she hook up with some other guy? No. She pulls the old Lorena Bobbitt. You see, during intercourse when she's about to blow him or whatever, she takes out some hedge trimmers and she goes to town. She cuts his weenie off. Well, not completely off, and that's her defense there. Her actual defense is that she only cut it. She didn't actually mutilate it, or she didn't cut it all the way off. It was just a little cut. It was a little cut, all right. It was a little cut. The man's penis is damaged. Like, they weren't able to stitch it back. They weren't able to rescue his penis. He lost his penis, and like I said, some of the ladies would be on the side, but I have to say, tit for tat, eye for eye. How does it even compare? Okay, I mean, he showed a sex tape. Okay, she doesn't like it. Okay, you can take certain actions, right? But I guess what she decided to do is make sure he will never have sex ever again for the rest of his life. He won't even be able to pee. I don't even know how this man pees. I guess he has to go uh, with a tube. Okay, all right. Well, what do y'all say about that? What do y'all think about that? Is that fair? Is that equal? Now, like I said, she's doing, I think, 13 months. 13? No. 13 years. 13 years for this. 13 years. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But what I found interesting, though, is that her defense on this was that, Your Honor, it's just a little cut. It's just a little cut. I did cut it all the way off. It's something. She was trying to say it wasn't her fault that the doctors and nurses weren't able to stitch it back together. He was already small to begin with, you know. She was going with the, she was trimming the bush and she didn't realize it was there thing, you know. It's so small. It's just kind of hiding in the bush there. Okay. All right. So that's Brenda Barattini. Now, how does she rate? How does she compare to this? Okay. And by the way, the crime scene photos are gruesome. If you want to see them, you can look them up yourself. I can't show them on YouTube. I mean, I'm borderline. It's blood smeared all over. It's penis blood smeared all over the floor. It's a major artery. You could bleed out. Okay. You could bleed out, most definitely. Okay. Next up is our lovely. Don't simp for her. Do not simp for her. Okay. Schabusiness. Schabusiness. Oh God. How to begin? How to begin on this one here? Okay. I'll try my best. Remember, the question here is is she the most brutal? Right? Is she the most brutal lady of tonight's episode? And the second question is, how do these ladies stack up? Okay? Now, this one is a bit crazy, to say the least. Let me get to the photo over. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. By the way, that's not her prison photo. Okay, that's just her mugshot. Her prison photo. She doesn't look anything like this now. Okay, with the makeup gone and all that, she has meth face. You can see it. Okay, but right here, she looks like it. Kind of has a resemblance to Morticia. Does anyone else see that, or is it just me? You see? And when we get through her stuff, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's fitting. That's fitting. That makes sense. So Taylor Schabusiness. So, oh man. So Shad Thyrion, that's her victim here. He decided to hook up with this goth queen, ice queen, meth queen probably, and they decided it's a good idea to smoke meth together, or they call hitting the bitch or smoking the bitch or whatever they call it. They're the phrase. They're doing meth, doing drugs, hard drugs together, and combining that with sex. Not just any kind of sex, but super kinky sex. We're talking chains. Yeah, chains, like big, thick metal chains that you'd use to like haul stuff, to attach to a truck or something. Chains in sex. Okay? And apparently what she did during intercourse with Shade Thyrion, she had tied a chain around his neck. Okay, tied a chain around his neck and kept on choking and didn't stop choking until he was dead. Now, she claims she didn't really want to kill him, but the thrill of choking him was just so fun. She really enjoyed it. And this is clearly what she said. She said this. I don't even have to say she allegedly did this. She said this. She told the police all about this. She was very front about everything she did. It's crazy. You don't even have to say she allegedly did it. It's in the police report. It's crazy. Now, I got to ask you this. So, think about this, how this looks. She's choking this man named Shad with a chain. Where's she at? Is she on the bottom and Shad is on top? Or is it more like Shad is doggy style on his knees, hands and knees, and she's behind him with a strap on, pegging him with a chain around his neck like this? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking here. And the more we get into this, the more you're going to understand it probably is that. Because this lady, this girl, she is a freak indeed. She is a freak indeed. Oh, man. Strangled, right? You ain't pull on the chain until he dies. But it doesn't end there. See, the reason why we know about this was because sometime in February, late February, the mother of Shad's mother, found something at the house. See, Shad lived with his mother. Okay? He was away with his girlfriend, his black widow, praying mantis. Literally praying mantis, like, took the head off. Oh! Got ahead of myself there. Got a little ahead of myself. No pun intended. Chad's mother woke up to hearing a big bang on the door. Okay? Like slamming against the door. She wakes up, sees that the basement light's still on, goes down to the basement, sees no one there. Okay, all right. Turns off the light, goes to the front door, and what does she see outside the front door near the steps? Well, she sees a little bucket. Okay? She looks in the bucket, removes the blanket over the bucket, and right there, looking at her, is her son's severed head. This is legit stuff. This really happened. This is hardcore stuff. I mean, hands down, she has to be the deadliest woman we're going to talk about tonight. There's no way Brenda beats this. Brenda just cut off a dick. Okay. Tyler over here choked her man out. Okay. Choked him to the point of dying. Okay. Then severed his head. And that's just the beginning. That's just where it starts. Okay. We're not even at the midway point. We're not even close to the end. See, she didn't just sever the head, right? As you know, clearly, she severed the head and put it in a bucket and to drop it off at his mother's house. What? That's clearly sending a message there. What? Who does that? Like, why? But before she makes the delivery, delivers a package, this demented woman, well, she just, I mean, if you're going to cut off the head, you might as well just cut off all the other body parts. I suppose she was influenced by other serial killers or something and is really just trying to act it out. Maybe she watched too much Dexter. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But she claims in the police report she doesn't really remember what happens because she blacked out, but she started severing the body parts. Okay. That's interesting. We're talking about the dick was cut off, and she used the dick. She played with it sexually, of course. So the dick was still hard. She was using it, and okay. Have her homemade flesh dildo, okay. But she also did that with his digits, too. With his digits. So she was fingering herself with, I should have said this is going to be a rated R episode. But this is the Deadman horror show. I mean, you're gonna get right. I mean, come on now. What do we expect? PG-13? Come on now. Come on. Um, I don't know how you could say you're blacked out during all this. I know, and I don't know if you can really blame the meth. I mean, there's a lot of people who use meth, but I don't know if they're like decapitating their lovers and their penises and fingers and using them as sex toys. She then puts the body parts, the other parts like arms and stuff, in a crock pot. Now, and the reason why I could say this happened, and I don't have to say allegedly, is because she confessed to this too, to the police. You see, when the cops asked her, "Oh, can you tell us about this?" She's like, "Oh yeah." Well, her statement was wild, to say the least. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. At one point, her statement is, Schabusiness told the police that she played with the victim's body for like 2 or 3 hours. We're saying played with, you know what I mean. Played with in a way that would be on OnlyFans. Well, I mean, probably not, but... And then she started cutting up the body, but then she got lazy and just didn't, okay? Let's see. She says she used the knives in the kitchen to decapitate and dismember her boyfriend. Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the quote here. Oh, okay. When asked about what happened to the victim, what happened here, she starts with, "That's a good question." That's a good question. I sort of blacked out at some parts. But she just talks. She just tells her story. It's like she has nothing to lose. I don't know who she is. But I'm sure she has a wild past. It's all sorts of like stuff that like movies would have fun with. Like, true crime people would have fun with. True crime podcasts would have fun with. I mean, this is a mad mind right here. Crazy. You're looking into the eyes of someone who really fucked up Chad's life. I mean, she literally is like a human black widow, a human praying mantis. I mean, Chad's family is in shambles, like dealing with this. And holy shit, dude. I mean, how bad was Chad? Like, what did he do? I can't think of a single thing he could possibly. I mean, like even if he called her a bitch, okay, or even if he like what did he do to deserve this? Oh God. But anyway, she even told the police that they're gonna have a lot of fun finding the organs and other body parts. They asked where the rest of the body's at. The body parts that she didn't have in the there was a van where the crockpot was at, where the body parts were in. She claimed that the body parts, some of it, were still in the basement. Now, I believe she was referring to the basement at her residence, because there's no way she's talking about the basement at the mom's residence, right? I mean, maybe. That would be crazy. Maybe the mom needs to take a closer look in that basement, see what else is going on there. Of course, that probably already happened. Anyway. Yeah, that's wild. Like I said, I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to top her. Schabusiness is, well, she's quite serious. She is quite serious. See, I should tell you, Chad's mother not only found the severed head, but she also found the severed penis in an upper torso, storage in a tote, all in a van. All in a van. Wow. mean, you kind of wonder, right? You have to wonder what happened there. What happened? Did Schabusiness really not like Shade? Did Schabusiness really hate Shade's mom? Why? I mean, good God. Okay, but anyway. So, our next deadly woman is another interesting character. Brittany Wilson. I'm going to bring her up here. Now, Brittany Wilson, this is her face. This is her mugshot. Smiling happy that she did what she did. And what did she do? Well, Brittany Wilson, Cape Girardeau. Okay. She was if you get involved with a woman that's into spiritual things, and also into the supernatural, be careful. You don't know what you're going to get, especially when you combine meth with it. Meth and paranormal, supernatural thinking can kind of lead to things. But being stabbed with a sword is not one of them. But it could happen, so just be careful. Just be careful. That's the cautionary tale of this story. You see, Brittany Wilson believed that her boyfriend was a serial killer. She believed her boyfriend was a Dexter-style serial killer murderer that harvested the human bodies for the human body parts and would sell them or something. I mean, the details, I'm not so sure. Because the police reports, from what I understand, haven't listed or detailed any body parts yet. It's still a mystery as to who this Harrison Stephen Foster is. Or Harrison Stephen Foster. I don't know why I said Stephen Wolf. Maybe he's like a Stephen Wolf. Harrison Stephen Foster. That is a white name you've ever heard before. That's a Wonder Bread white name right there. That is a serial killer name, Harrison Stephen Foster. Man. HSF. Look at those initials. That's a serial killer right there. I don't know. I have to say, I don't know. According to Brittany, he was. And he would store the body parts. No, this is according to her, right? I have to say that, allegedly. He would store the body parts and harness them for energy and power or something. I know. Makes a whole lot of sense. According to Brittany Wilson, Harrison Harrison was a little bit of a supernatural thinking individual and was a believer in a sort of false belief that he could store human body parts and I guess gain some sort of power from them. Whether or not he was actually doing that, I don't know. But of course, it's all from Brittany, right? Brittany was also very superstitious and believed that her boyfriend was possessed by several spirits, not just one or two, but several, quite a bit, and they were in him and causing problems, just haunting the place, just really killing the vibe, killing her high. Okay, I mean they're all tweaking out on meth, so I mean that's not a chill drug, all right. If you want to chill, I mean just do weed, but whatever. So But she's mad at him for killing the vibe. So what does she do? Well, she takes a sword that she got for Christmas and stabs him several times. Several times. Even after he's dead. She stabbed him to set him free. That's what she said. According to Brittany, and she's smiling, you see that smile, beaming with joy that she accomplished something. She sliced up her boyfriend to set the spirits free. That is something. I don't know. I don't. He's the harvester of souls, and she set it free. So I guess like that scene from Ghostbusters when they shut down the storage facility, or what do you call it? Dang it. Botched that reference. Dang it. But she freed the souls. They're free now. So why arrest her, right? She's probably right. What if he was killing the vibe? What if he was a collector of souls? What if he was a collector of human body parts? Let's check out that home and see what they have there. I mean, do they have a meat freezer? Huh? I mean, what do we know about this Harrison guy? Do we know anything about him? Is he a good guy? How do we know? How do we know? I mean, she's smiling happy about this whole thing. Clearly, she didn't really care that much about him. I mean, she feels like she's done something great. Look at this. Look at this. And look at them together. Look. This is them together. This is where we're going to see Brittany and Harrison together, smiling at a beach. True crime podcasts would have a lot of fun with this couple. They would. They need to dissect and really get into what's going on, what was going on with this couple here. Because there's something fishy going on here. Something fishy. Indeed. Look at that. Look at them together there. I mean, is she really deadly? Was she really unprovoked and really just out of her mind on meth and was like, man, my boyfriend's possessed by all these spirits. I need to free him. Because just think about how that even happens. They're doing drugs together and they're having sex together. Because you're doing drugs, you're having sex too, I'm sure. And then, like, what was happening in the house or where they're at to escalate it to, I'm going to take a sword and stab you several times to kill you and free the spirits. He must have been talking crazy, okay? Hear me out here. I don't think Brittany's crazy. I think Brittany legitimately thought that there were spirits inside his body. Because he was probably acting out his goddamn fucking mind on meth. Like it was first fucking time using. And he was just tweaking out, okay? And he was losing his mind, saying all sorts of crazy stuff, not making any sense. Be like, I'm a collector of souls. Okay, maybe he was reliving or thinking about Castlevania. I don't know if you ever played Castlevania. There's a, oh my god, this reference. There's a Game Boy Advance Castlevania where in that game you collect souls. A lot of video games have that where you kill enemies and you get to absorb their powers, souls and stuff. Like that. Maybe it's like that sort of logic where it's like, man, I'm a collector of souls. I'm collecting these body parts, man. Just collecting these body parts and becoming, stronger or whatever. Or maybe it was done in a different way. Maybe it was acting crazy. Maybe it was like, just breaking down. Speaking crazy. Speaking in tongues. Like, just going like that. Just freaked her out. And she was like, oh my god, oh my God, my boyfriend, he's going insane. He's going insane. What do I do? What do I do? Self-defense, self-defense. Like, he was probably thrashing about, throwing things around, you know, like, we're talking about, like, outer, no. We're talking about acting like as if he's possessed. Think Exorcist, okay? Think Exorcist, except he's a full-grown man. His head's spinning around 360, okay? He's throwing things around. Pea soup's going out of his mouth, you know, just shoot, vomit everywhere, okay? So what is she going to do? She's going to pick up that katana, and she's going to slice him down, cut him down, slay the demon, and free the souls, is what she did. I think Brittany was acting in her goddamn right mind. I think so. I think if anything, she shouldn't even be on this list. Deadly women? No, she's a saint. She's a saint. Now, how did the police find out about this? You might be asking. She called them. Brittany Wilson called the police on herself. She was outside on the front lawn, in the front yard, having slayed the demon, beaming with a smile, covered in blood, but knowing she did what she had to do to free those poor souls. She called up 911. A black girl calling 911. Okay? Alright? Risking getting shot down in her own fucking yard because she knew she was in the goddamn right. She slayed a demon. You understand me? She called 911 and said, I'm out here in my front fucking yard. No, but I'm out here. I just slayed a demon. Come on over. You know, they go over there. They see her smiling and happy, covered in blood, of course. The sword in the front yard. And the body was in the basement. I don't know what's up with all these bodies in basements. People just use the meth in the basement. Maybe it's a bad combination. Maybe just don't use meth at all. But, you know, let me not preach, you know. You know, sometimes life is so boring, you got to do something to get out of the mundane, right? Got to make something fun happen. You know, gas prices are high, nothing's on the shelves. Like, just politics and news depressing. People still talk about Will Smith slapping. Oh, it's annoying. What do we do? Drugs. Lots of drugs. Okay. So, that is Brittany Wilson. She called the police on herself because she felt like she was in the right. Now, to bring this back around to what this episode is about. These deadly women. These three deadly ladies. Yeah, Brittany Wilson. Taylor Schabusiness. And Brenda Barattini. Now, which one of these is the deadliest? And how would you rate the other two? I say the deadliest. Honestly, I'm going to tell you something. I think the deadliest is Brenda. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why Brenda is the deadliest. It's not Schabusiness. Schabusiness is absolutely insane. It is a crazy story. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Brenda over here. After she does her time, she's going to be back out. And actually, while she's doing her time, people are going to be hitting her up. And actually, let me fact check something real fast right now. I want to verify how much time she's actually going to do. Because that's going to factor here. Because if she's doing 13 years, then okay, well, I mean, whatever. But, no, it still's not going to really change my decision. I'll tell you why. You see, the business killed that man. Killed Shad. Okay? He's dead. what happened was horrible. The family's going through a loss. I understand that. There's nothing I could say to turn back time. I could say my thoughts and prayers are with you. I don't know how much that helps or anything. But I'll tell you this. You know, he doesn't have to live with suffering and torment. Maybe the family does. Now. But Brenda's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, I'm guessing, he don't have a dick anymore. He don't have, it don't work anymore. It's gone. He's a man who's going to live with that for the rest of his life. For a very short life. You know that man, they're not able to reattach it. If he can't find any sort of way to modify it, his quality of life is going to be in the shits, and he's probably going to be choking on a deep throat and a shotgun not too soon. Okay? That's probably what's going to happen. Am I wrong there? Am I wrong? I mean, would you live in that situation, dickless, as a man? Would you? Honestly. Be honest with yourself. No. I think Brenda's the worst. I think Brenda is the deadliest. I think Brenda is the absolute deadliest here. Okay? Then it would be Taylor Schabusiness, and then it would be Brittany. Brittany shouldn't even be on the list. She should be on the Demon Slayer list. I don't even know if we could find that many girls that slay their boyfriends for thinking that they're possessed by the demons. Okay? Now, let's see if I can find out how much time she's doing here. Brenda, how much time are you doing? 13 years for cutting off her lover's penis. 13 years. Okay. All right. Yeah, when she gets out, she's gonna probably not look so good. Maybe. How old is she? 26? 39? But gets out early on good behavior? She can make it work. She keeps her figure. She's going to be on the prison diet. She is going to be fine. She comes out. She's going to have a porn career. See, here's the thing. Like, when she gets out, she's going to have like a porn career and all this stuff. Like she's going to be, like, people are going to sim for this in some weird way. Like, guys will gravitate towards this, even though it could be extremely deadly for them. Can mutilate them, you know? Tyler, I don't think she's getting out. Okay? Schabusiness is not getting out. If Schabusiness gets released from prison, that would be something. That would be messed up. Anyway. So yes, there's our deadly women. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about this episode. And for every Friday, Deadman Horror Show. Y'all take it easy and have a good one.